Hi, in this video we're going to continue the HTML and CSS coding for the website prototype. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found at this URL, which is loaded here. Okay, after this video you should be able to almost finish the website prototype with the exception of the navigation. In other words, in this video we are going to build a footer. So we need to do this here. Okay, and this was where I stopped, so we are going to continue from here. We had our files in C10 Web Design Church32, which are loaded here. So we need to add something to the footer. The first thing we need to do is to create a gap here, okay, with height of certain values. I believe the value is 14 plus 2 something. All right, so let's take a look at our, if we turn off the guides, we realize that there's a border here, so we are going to use a top border for that, okay, to create some kind of a shadow effect. Okay, let's switch on the guides again. Let's go back to index.html, go to the footer. First we create a gap. Let's call it R10. Save, and go back to style.css and add the R10. Okay, you can use white to actually see what's going on, but I think I'm good. And I'm just going to add this, and we are going to add a border top to create the shadow effect. So if you reload, you realize that you created that gap with the border on top. The next thing you want to do is to create a text. So to create this text, we need a row, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns in that row. Okay. So let's do that. So we are going to create a row code. I'm going to quickly type this, quickly copy this in instead of typing, because that would take too long, and I'm going to explain what's going on. So we have our row 11, and in row 11 we are going to have 5 columns. Column 1, column 2, which contains all the links to all the future files that we are going to create. Okay, and we create a class called footer link, which we can take care of it later if we want to. And then we have column 3, we have column 4 with the copyright, and then we have the column 5. So if you look at this, this is your column 1, column 2, all the way here, column 3, column 4, and column 5. As you can see, the width of these columns are the same as width to these columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can actually copy the width from above. All right, so let's move on to the, make sure you save, because if you don't save, it won't work. Let's go back to CSS file, and we are going to start doing R11 here. I'm just going to quickly copy the code inside, and I'm going to explain that. Okay, so this is your R11. R11 is of height 15, so the height is fixed. The width is that, and then we're going to divide this 980 into 5 columns. So column 1 is 40. As you can see, this 40 is the same as the R8 column 1, and the width of column 2 is the same as R8 column 2, okay, because they are just arranged that way. So this is column 2. Make sure you flow left, or else they won't appear in the same row. And then you have your column 3, which is the gap, same as R8 column 3. You have your column 4, and you have your column 5. So if you add all this together, you will get 980 width. Okay, save, reload. You should be able to see that. Oops, things look good. Yeah, things look good, except that you need a gap below, which is this part. Okay, so we are going to do that. Oh, before that, we need to take care of the footer link and the footer copyright. Okay, let's do that later. Let's take care of column 12 first. Okay, so we need to go back to index.html, and before we add a footer, we need to add our row 12. Row 12, and row 12 is of you need to check the index.psd file to check out the height. Okay, I'm just going to put 17. You can, of course, you can always adjust later if you find that or doing coding, the things, you want to make adjustments, you can always do that if you want to make things look better. So let's do our 12 here. 17 height with the border bottom. Alright, and let's do that and see what's going on. You have border bottom below, okay, to make it look good, and you have 17 as a gap. So you're almost done, except that remember we want to create a class for the footer copyright, and we want to create a class for footer link. So let's do that. Let me just copy the code there and let me explain. For footer link, I want to change that. I want to change to a different font size. You can change the color if you want to, but not necessary. For footer copyright, I want to change the font family. I want to change the font size, and I want to move it to the right. So this one, I want to move it to the right. Save your work. Reload, you realize that it becomes smaller because I changed the font size. Okay, I don't think it's necessary to change the font family, but just to be safe, I put it there, and then I make the copyright alignment go to the right. So we almost finished this, except that this link is fake, it's an image, so we need to fix that to actually create a drop-down navigation that is equivalent to our initial site structure design. Okay, so we need to make this thing unordered list and put it up here, which obviously we don't have time to do it in this video. We are going to carry on to do this in the next video. Okay, so that's a good place to stop. Thanks for watching.